Welcome everyone. I'm Teresa. Welcome to Fresh Paradigms. We are now on our 10th episode. At, at Fresh Paradigms, I will be chatting with business owners who dared to create or adapted their businesses in COVID times. My guest today is a registered massage therapist, owner of Align One Wellness. Friends, let's welcome Sarah Watson.
Thank you so much, guys. It's a
Hello,
pleasure to be here. Thank you.
how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a nice Sunday, especially this morning. Like we had this like crazy rain
Yes,
and then this beautiful like sunshine afterwards. It's nice.
I know. I got excited when my daughter told me how you adapted your business in COVID times. I
Yeah.
can't wait to share them with everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, to start off, tell us about yourself.
Yeah. So my name's Sarah Watson. I've been a registered massage therapist for over 10 years now, and just treating so many different people. I started off in nursing homes. So I started off with seniors when I first started in my career. I did a bit of sports massage, but I always like really honed in with people that were just experiencing everyday stress and everyday pain. I don't like seeing people in physical pain, and I knew that I wanted to specialize in that. So I specialize in stress and pain management. And through just working on all these different kinds of people, I came to realize that a lot of the pain and discomfort that a person's feeling within their body physically, it's not originating from their physical body for the most part. A lot of it's coming from mental anxiety, stress, spiritual things, psychological, emotional. Like we carry a lot of stuff, and then that manifests as pain, chronic pain, discomfort, all these things. And for the life of me, I would work on people and they'd feel great. They'd feel amazing. I'd give them self-care and everything. But I knew that there was more that I needed to offer so that we could get to a place where they don't experience that chronic pain anymore. But because I'm a registered massage therapist, people come to me for massage therapy, right? So I've been on the Danforth for the last just over 6 years now. I've had my physical space for the last 6 years. But last year, 1 year ago, like literally 1 year ago, September 1st, I rebranded and named the practice Align One Wellness because I wanted to offer more than just massage therapy. I wanted to heal, educate, and uplift people mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. So now we offer registered massage therapy, yoga, meditation, spiritual guidance, and healing so that we look at you as a whole person and not just the physical part, but how everything, your life, the changes, especially now, all the things that you're going through, how that affects your body, and things that you can actually do at home, um, with our help or with the help of other healers and healthcare practitioners to get you to a more aligned and whole place. So yeah, I love what I do, and it's nice when people come in and they feel down or they feel pain or they feel hurt or they feel
Uh-huh.
sadness or stress and they leave and they just feel like lighter, you know what I mean? So it's a blessing. Yeah.
Wow. What inspired you to create this business?
Funny enough, I lived, so I was born here in Toronto, Canada, but my entire family's Jamaican. And when I was 14, we moved to Jamaica. So I grew up for 6 years in Jamaica, and my first job was actually in like hotels and resorts and things like that. And there was a woman in there. I thought she was like Superwoman because we had a we had a spa in one of the resorts that I worked in, and she was like the only person I ever saw in there. She did the massages, she did the manicures, the pedicures, everything. And I was just fascinated because I would notice how people like go in there and they would come out, they just feel so like, oh, they just, it's like, huh, okay. And then when I came back to Canada, my sister got into like a series of car accidents. And it
Uh-huh.
was physiotherapy, massage therapy, chiro, all of that stuff that helped her. So I've always been a science person. And I thought that massage therapy was just, like relaxation and everything like that. But when I saw what it did for my sister and other people, I was like, I gotta look into this a little bit more. And then I just fell in love with it because I love the human body. I love science. And the fact that I could couple that love with just my spirit of like giving and helping others, it was great. So that's what led me down this path. And it's beautiful. Yeah.
Are you the only one who's in the family as a business entrepreneur?
Actually, my brother is also an entrepreneur. He's a lawyer.
Ah,
Yes. So I get it. It's funny because he's the eldest. He's my eldest brother, and I'm the youngest of the five. So the two of us are kind of doing our own thing.
so it runs in the family.
Yeah. Yeah.
How is your parents taking it?
They love it. Like they know how I am already. Like I set my sight on something and it's like it's a wrap. Like I don't care how long it takes. Like I know in my heart and in my spirit that every path that's led me here for a reason. And I
Uh-huh.
just have to be open to all of the possibilities and just follow my heart, and let my intuition guide me and know that I'm in the right place at the right time. And the amount of people, Teresa, the amount of people that I've had the pleasure of meeting, and just through massage therapy or even them coming for a massage and having a safe space where they can release some of that stuff that they're holding on to, or even just someone to like vent to, it's a beautiful thing. So yeah.
Has it always been your dream to become a massage therapist?
No.
What was your first
I
dream?
never once thought about it. Like no, like never one time did I think about it. But I think what's really interesting about our lives is that we have a vision, right? We all have a vision for ourselves, whether we really see it as a vision or not, but we have a way that we think our life is supposed to go. And we try really hard to follow that path. But sometimes the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, it's leading us in different paths. And it's because of this massage therapy path that led me to do other things that I currently do as well. So my first thing, I've always had a gift when it comes to communication. I actually was going to get into journalism.
Oh,
I was going to get into journalism, but I did a year. I volunteered for 1 year at Rogers TV.
uh-huh,
I don't know if they still do it now, but back then, this was years ago, like, oh my goodness, like 10,
uh-huh.
10, 12, or 13 years ago, their whole team, except for like the people that are on camera, obviously, they're volunteers for the most part. So I got a chance to dive into like that TV world, that journalism sort of world. And I was behind the scenes in like the editing room, behind the camera. I got to get a glimpse of that. And although I enjoyed it, I knew that those things weren't what I actually wanted to do because I actually tried it. And I was like, no, I want to talk and I want to be in front of the camera, but I don't want to do the behind the scenes stuff. And especially with journalism, you got to
Uh-huh.
start from, I don't want to call it the bottom, but you got to start from like level one and work your way up kind of thing. I'm just like, no. And then it's so interesting because now full circle with social media, you don't need to be with a big network or TV station or anything. You could start your own thing, just like what you're doing, which I think is a beautiful thing, and just turn on your camera and you're good to go.
I know.
And it has amazing impact because I feel like people resonate with that so much more, So
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. You said you've been with this business for over 10 years, right?
Yes. Yeah.
10 years. Now, how did COVID impact your business?
Well, when
I'm just so curious.
it definitely impacted it, all right. When
Yeah.
we did the lockdown, we were among the first set of businesses and professions that had to shut down completely. Like, so for 3.5 months, the business was shut all the way down. I didn't work, and there was a bit of anxiety there. There was a bit of stress there, but I was blessed that the my landlord for the space that I lease downtown, they're angels. They're literally angels from heaven. I love them, and everything worked out the way it needed to. But I knew mentally in that time, that 3.5 months that I was off, that I had to make a shift because as an entrepreneur, one of the reasons why people get into entrepreneurship is because they like to have the freedom, the choices, the ability to create what they want to create and make a good living from it, right? Help the people they want to help, but still be able to provide for their family and all that. So when I got shut down, it's like, wow, like I didn't, it literally went from March 16th, I was at work, seeing a full workload, everything was, regular. And then the very next day, shut down. No warning, no like preparation. Like, I don't think any business owner saw this coming. Like, I don't think any of us could have prepared for it because I've never experienced anything like a pandemic before. So
Yes.
I didn't really know what was coming. And then when it came, it's like, okay, shut it down. I didn't have a choice. So during those 3.5 months when I was off, I really had to like meditate and get back to myself and remind myself that, Sarah, you've been given gifts and talents, and there are things that you need to do on this earth, and no pandemic is going to stop you from doing it. You just have to pivot. You just have to adjust or evolve to the changes that are happening. So when I was able to get back to work, like, obviously massage therapy is not something I can do online.
That's one of the requirement of COVID, right?
Yeah,
Distancing.
I feel like I don't know if the massage is going to be as effective if you're at home laying down and I'm kind of like over here. Like, it's not this, I don't think it's going to be this. So,
Is it a one-man show, Sarah?
well,
For the lockdown?
I have another amazing soul that works with me. Her name is Jamila. She's a certified yoga instructor. Um, she does the spiritual guidance, the healing, the meditation, yoga, all of that stuff. So prior to this, we were setting up, she was doing in-person sort of healings and things at the studio. People could come and they could do that with her. One-on-one yoga classes or private sessions, group classes. We also had that going. So of course, all that had to stop. And I realized, okay, we have to transfer this online. So now she's doing a lot of her stuff online. I'm in the process of setting up the platform so that you guys and all my clients can actually get access to online classes, live ones, pre-recorded sessions of like yoga, meditation, all of those things that you could basically now do from home, but maybe you just need a little bit more guidance with. So we're putting together the platform so that it's easy for people to access. And that's in the works now. So this whole pandemic thing made me shift that to know that if we were to get shut down again, Align One Wellness can still be able to provide the services that it was providing before to a certain extent, obviously, so that we're just not completely shut down. So that's one of the major changes that we're making. You're in the next few months to a year, you're going to be seeing Align One Wellness switching more to the online realm and making at least like 60, 70, or 80% of our offerings available online.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Because like it was one of those things that when it happened, I thought, no, I don't want this to ever happen again. I know how many of my clients reached out to me during the pandemic when we were all locked down. And they were like, Sarah, I need a massage. Please. Will you just come to the house, or will you just like, I'll wear, like, they were like, really, I'll like wear a whole quarantine suit, just please. I need something. And I couldn't, because I had to think about not only their safety and well-being, but my well-being, my family's well-being. Like, you have to think about all of that stuff. So I was still communicating with my clients, giving them self-care, things that they could do at home until they could come in for another massage. But now I want it to be readily available just as easy as it is to book an appointment online, I want it to be just as easy for them to go online and partake in all of the offerings that we have. So,
Wow. Were you ever afraid that your business wouldn't survive through that shutdown? Were you?
no, I wasn't, because I'm my friends, my family, and a lot of my clients know I'm a very optimistic person. Like, sometimes it seems unhealthy how optimistic I can be. And I just know that things don't happen to you to like hinder you. Anything that's happening, it can strengthen you, it can refine you. It just depends on how you take it, how you decide to look at it, and how you proceed. I'm not saying that I wasn't anxious in the sense of, wow, like I had no control over this. Like, it just
Uh-huh.
shut me down. Like, I didn't even have a say in it. Like, yeah, that bothered me. Um, and the fact that my income was literally cut, like as soon as they did that, everything stopped, because that was my main source of income at the time. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, I had the anxiety about that, but I never once in my head thought, okay, this is going to be the end of me, because I was like, no, like I've put in way too much to only come this far. Like, I know there's so much more that Alignment Wellness can do for our clients and the general public, and I know this is not the end. No. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I do not accept it. I do not accept it. All I have to do is just learn from it, grow from it, and evolve. And I think that's one of the takeaways that I hope a lot of the businesses, whichever industry we're in, like, take that and understand. I know that the old way worked for you for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, but this pandemic could be either the blessing that you needed
Uh-huh.
to evolve your business, or you can choose to make it be the curse of 2020 and stick to the old ways, because if you really think about it, this is where the world was going to go anyways. It's been going in that direction, right? So this, honestly, I feel like the pandemic was just a push, a little kick in the butt that some of us needed, even myself. Like, I'm telling you, because I've been thinking about doing this for at least a good year and a half now, but I've just always been so busy with this, and we're busy with that, and I just, yeah, the pandemic was the kick. It was the little, you gonna move now? You should do that. You might want to do that.
What pushed you to go beyond the fear of continuing with COVID? What really pushed you? Okay, go. That kick.
I think part of it is because it's something I wanted to do from before. And I
Ah,
feel like sometimes we get a lot of signs. When you're like, "Oh, just give me a sign. I just need a sign. Should I do this or shouldn't I?" And a lot of times we're getting signs left, right, and center, but um we're not vibrating high enough to notice them, right? We're kind of just going about our day-to-day routine, and we're not. But when we do get to that place, it's like, oh, wow, yeah, that and that and that. Like, all of these things are pointing me in the right direction. And I feel strongly that fear is a great indicator that you need to move. Fear is not something that you use to hold. It's not designed to hold you back. I know a lot of people think of it that way, but
yeah,
fear is actually, like, it's a beautiful indicator, because fear comes when you're in an unfamiliar place.
yeah.
And when you're in an unfamiliar place, that's you coming out of your comfort zone. And if you're coming out of your comfort zone, beautiful things happen when you step out of your comfort zone. So usually when I feel anxious or fearful or unsure, I use that as like my guide to be like, okay, kick it up a notch. This is like, this is the universe's way of saying, all right, girl, this is it. What are you going to do with it? Like, here you go. That silver platter, there you go. Like,
Sarah,
yeah,
you should add life coach to your resume.
I know. Like, a lot of people have said that to me. I'm like, oh man.
Yes, why
Oh,
not?
I know. But I do other things outside of massage therapy that encompasses business, personal development, and motivation through another brand of mine. So I do a bit of that, but I don't call myself a life coach per se. Yeah.
Not yet? No, come on.
Not yet, yeah. Maybe I'll just say not yet. We'll see.
Hey, this is the portion for the show and tell. Are you in your office
So
or?
I'm not. I'm at home.
Okay, just tell us what kind of process do you go through before you meet your client at this time? What
Oh yeah.
process?
I'm very thorough. My clients will tell you I'm very thorough. So all the bookings have to happen online. I don't take any bookings over the phone or through email because I want people to read through the new COVID-19 procedures at the studio. I want them to know what to expect during their treatment, what to expect when they come to the studio. So when you go online to book, there's a whole thing that it kind of goes through all of that. There's a waiver because at the end of the day, you are taking a risk coming in for a massage during this time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like when I tell people all of my protocols, all the things that I'm doing, it kind of puts people at ease to know that, okay, she has taken all the necessary steps to make sure that when people come to her studio, when they come to the space, they don't have to think, okay, well, did she do this or is she doing that? They know up front right away. And it gives people that sense of like security, you know, okay, she's done everything that she can do, both from the standpoint of what the Ministry of Health has dictated for us to do as healthcare professionals, as well as our college. So I put all of those things in place and I outline that on the online booking system when people go to book. So there's a waiver just to say that, hey, you know, I know that you've done everything you can do, but you can't prevent me from catching the virus because anywhere, like you can do everything you could do and it still could happen. So there's that waiver. And then there's also a COVID-19 screening questions. So when you book your appointment, you have to answer the questions. The day before your appointment, you have to verify that those answers to the questions are still no. And then when you come in for your appointment, I ask you again. So I'm
Wow.
really thorough with it, and my clients know that I'm doing it because I'm trying to protect them and myself. So there's that. But once all the, you know, the mundane, boring paperwork stuff is done, you come into the space and you automatically feel that like healing, calming energy. I try very hard to like, how would I say, keep an energy of like calm and relaxing. I use crystals, I use healing herbs, and just trying to keep that positive energy flowing throughout the entire studio. People feel it. I've had people literally come in and be like, wow, so like, I don't know what this is, but I feel like this really nice energy. And I'm all about experiences. So when you come to Alignment Wellness, you're not just getting a massage. Like I can't I can't really fully describe it to you, but yeah, it's
On
I'm not
top of
and
that,
I'm not and the funny thing is I'm not even tooting my own horn. This is literally what people have told me. And like all throughout the years, like it's because I really truly focus on the cause of things as opposed to just working on the symptoms. I give you
uh,
self-care, I give you things that you can do at home. I don't put this false belief that I am going to heal you. You have everything you need to heal yourself. I'm just here to help facilitate that. That's all. That's
you're the
all.
guidance.
Yeah, that's it. So when you come in, I have my knowledge and expertise from you know, my years and from schooling and all that stuff. So I give what I can in that regard, but I also try to empower people to let them realize that, listen, like you see you every single day. You don't see me every day. So what I do here is only a small part of the overall wellness of yourself. So yeah, and I feel like people really appreciate the honesty. I'm not here to tell people, yeah, come in every week, every day, and I'll fix you. No, you don't need me to fix you. You don't need me to fix you.
Are you open every day?
So I'm open Mondays to Fridays right now because I'm in the process. It's a little tricky right now with the pandemic, but I am in the process of finding more RMTs. And
Oh,
I'm trying to get an RMT that works on the weekends, at least like on a Saturday or something, because I don't work on weekends anymore. It's my time to focus on
relax,
other things that I do to
self-care.
relax and self-care. Exactly. So, but I am available Monday to Friday, between 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. most days. So, yeah, my whole schedule is online at align1wellness.ca. So you can literally go onto the online system and see the slots that are available. Jamila is also available for both virtual and in person. And if you're not sure what spiritual guidance, coaching, healing is all about, and you just don't know if it'd be right for you, we do a free 30-minute virtual consultation. And Jamila will actually, you'll get to see her face to face, just like how you're
Wow.
talking with me. And you just talk to her about what's going on, and she will do her best to provide you with insight and information and recommend what the next best step would be for you. So
Wow.
it's a
Do you
powerful.
do home visit?
So at the moment, no, because of everything that's going on. But people can come to the studio for in-person guidance. And she also does virtual. So if you want to stay home and do it from home, she'll do it with you from home. So yeah.
What's the most fulfilling thing you've experienced during this entire business journey with Align One Wellness?
Ah, the most fulfilling thing.
For 10 years, right?
Yeah. Obviously, the main one is, and I said it before, I really love that feeling I get when a person walks in and they're in pain and they leave and like it's just it's a look on their face. It's just the way they carry themselves, their body, everything. They're just like like you can just tell like they were just carrying so much. And I tell people, leave it here. You walk in the door, whatever you're thinking about, whatever's stressing you, whatever's going on, leave it here and
Wow.
go home. Leave it here. And you can tell I create the space so that they feel comfortable enough to let go and leave it here. I have people that literally cry after the massage because they've been holding on to so much emotionally, and tears is one of the ways to let go of things too. So that's
Wow.
that's one of the most fulfilling things. The other thing is just the growth for even myself that I've experienced because over the last 3 years, I've really gotten more into tapping into my spiritual life and getting
Uh-huh.
closer with God and being open to all the avenues, all the paths that I'm kind of being led down. And my mantra, I guess, for the last few years has been stay open. Just stay open. Don't judge anything that's coming to you or moving away from you. Stay open to all the possibilities. So that's why when Nicole said, "Hey, you should totally do this with," I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." I'd love to be on the show. Absolutely, let's do it.
I was just so excited when Nicole was telling the story about you. I said, oh my God, I need to meet this person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sarah,
Yes.
uh, to wrap things up, what advice can you give to anyone who's dreaming about starting a business, especially at this time? You're
Start.
nodding your head, eh?
Just start. Like
Just start.
that has been my thing. I think sometimes people are annoyed of me saying it because anytime someone asks me this question, I tell them, start. The time is never going to be right. You're never going to have everything you need. You're never going to know everything you need to know. You're not going to have all the resources you want to have. And I call myself a recovering perfectionist. Back in the day, I used to let that stop me from starting a lot of the things I wanted to start. If I didn't have all the steps lined out, if I didn't have all the resources, if I didn't have everything like laid out, I didn't move forward. And I feel like that held me back so much. And once I finally got past that place, like so many opportunities have opened up to me. Shoot, half the time when people ask me to do things, I have no idea. Like, I'm like, sure. I'm like, yes, I would do it as long as it's in line with my goals and what I feel I've been put on this earth to do. I'm like, yep, I'll do it. It's like what a lot of entrepreneurs say. They say yes now and figure it out later. Because if you try to figure it out all now, you're not going to do it. You're not. Because you're going to try to get everything like, okay, I need to get this. I need to get that. No. Everything you need for the person that's watching this, everything that you need to start that business, pursue that passion, you have it in you. God already put everything there. The resources, the people, all of that stuff will come, but you have to take the first step. So I always tell people, you have everything you need. Just start. So if you want to start a business, start. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, it's a pandemic. Nope, start. Because people have started businesses in pandemics, depressions, war. No, it's not. Just start.
So that's the most important thing. Start.
Start. Start. Everything else will become apparent to you as you take step after step after step after step. You're not going to have all the steps from the beginning, so don't
Wow.
wait. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Sarah, for
you.
sharing your journey, your story with us.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
It was such a joy to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Great.
And of course, to everyone, thank you for sharing your time with us. And
Yes.
yes, stay tuned for another discovery of small business. And let's all support small business. Right, Sarah?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay, stay safe, take care, and bye for now.
Thank you
See you,
so
Sarah.
much.
I will swing by your place, your studio.
See you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.